It's your boy CJ Beatty, the softball motivator, and I'm freaking excited. Every week I get a chance to talk to you girls about life on and off the softball field. So just freaking excited. Got a smashing topic for you today. The talk with baseball went great yesterday, but I know I got a funny feeling, a fuzzy feeling that this talk right here with you girls, with you ladies, will be that much better. So I hope everybody had a great weekend. I hope everybody has been safe during these tough times and been doing everything that they need to do to get better on and off the field. So today, I'm getting ready to talk to you about something that's very, very important. And it involves speaking things into existence. Okay, let me go ahead and put my handle down in case you want to follow your boy, CJ Beatty 444, the softball motivator. Make sure you follow me, give me a follow, show me some love. Keep the hearts going when I talk to you about something special. Okay, so today's topic, what I want you to write down, if you have an opportunity to go grab you something to write with and something to write on, please make sure that you do it. I encourage you, if you're serious about your game, you take notes. Don't be lazy. You know, it drives me nuts whenever coaches want to give you advice, but you don't even write it down. You trust it to memory. You know what I'm saying? And that right there is it's actually the dumbest thing that you can do, especially if it's something that you need to write down to go over so you can apply it to your game. Don't trust valuable information to memory, okay? I see some TSM family on here. I saw Ray. Shouts out to Ray. She knows who she is. But thank you for joining in today. The first thing I want you to write down on your paper, on your notes, life and death is in the power of the tongue. I want you to write that down. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. And you say, man, if you're not familiar with that saying, you'll be like, yo, that's kind of harsh. Like, what do you mean by that? Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Is you have to understand how to breathe life, something positive, into your situation. How many friends do you have, a part of your friends list, right? Your ride or dies. How many friends do you have that just speaks absolute negative energy into everything that you say you want to do? You say you want to go to a top D1 school, they speak negativity in it. Girl, you know you can't do that. You barely hitting this year. You need to get your pitching up before you go because, ain't nobody going to want to take you like that. Just absolute negative energy. They breathe that. You got to be careful on what you take in, okay? You got to be careful on what you take in, and I want to make sure that you understand that today, all right? Make sure you understand that life and death is in the power of the tongue. So I want to give you a scenario from my coaching this past weekend. And if I'm talking about you, make sure you put some hearts up. What drives me nuts is whenever we're getting ready to start a game, and the pitcher is getting ready to warm up. She's out there warming up, and she's throwing pretty fast. She's tossing pretty quick. Full rhythm, everything. That ball is humming in there. Throwing it back. The next pitch, she's humming it in there. Okay? The one thing that I want you to understand, stop messing up the whole team mentally by coming back to be like, oh my God, she's throwing so fast. See, that drives me nuts because instantly, and if you're a young coach, if you're a coach on here right now, if you're a parent, it drives you nuts whenever you see somebody set the tone by getting everybody to believe that they can't hit it because she's throwing freaking fast. You got to stop. I repeat, stop doing that. Stop putting yourself in a box early because somebody said that she's throwing fast. Oh my God. Did you see her changeup? Did you see her drop? Did you see her rise ball? Did you see that? It's unhittable. It's this. You're speaking negative energy into your situation. And you got to stop doing that. Stop bringing that energy to your team. I know it might be true. She might be throwing pretty quick. But keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself because a lot of times that type of information spread out throughout the team, everybody else is kind of like, oh, shoot, she's throwing quick. I don't know if I can do it. Don't bring that type of energy in the dugout. Better yet, bring this type of energy. If she's throwing quick, be like, hey, guys, she's throwing pretty quick. So make sure you get your load going early and let's attack her fastball and let's hit doubles. Like, that's the type of energy we need. That's what I mean by life and death is in the power of the tongue. Because if you breathe life, if you speak life in that moment, it'll set the tone for your team that they will start to believe even more and say that we can. And if you're saying like to yourself right now, yeah, oh my God, that's us, that's my team, that's my squad. Yeah, every time there's a fast pitcher or a jump ball pitcher or something on the mound, we talk ourselves into a hole. If that's you guys, give me some hearts. Let me know that you've been a part of a team that's like that. Because we've all been a part of teams like that. But now, today is the final day that you allow that to happen on your team. Stop speaking negative about situations. All right? Next thing. When you're facing a pitcher, write this down. When you're facing a pitcher that throws harder, you must swing smarter. When a pitcher throws harder, you must swing smarter. What do you mean by that? This ain't the time to go up there and grip the bat tight. Oh, she's throwing fast. She's tossing fast. So therefore, hey, I got to swing harder since she's throwing harder. That's the dumbest thing that you can do. Because when you squeeze the bat and try to swing harder, your bat starts to drag. Squeezing the bat is a no-no. Squeezing the bat activates your big muscles and causes you to cast out and have a slow swing. You don't want that. You want to stay nice and loose and quick. Okay? Nice and loose and quick. Stay loose. Here's another food for thought. Have you ever went up there with the attitude, the harder she throws, the farther it goes? And it's true. It's science, people. When you identify that a girl is bringing the cheese, she's throwing fireballs, you should step in the box and say, you know what? I like facing fast pitchers because all I got to do is just make good contact and the ball's going to scream off of my bat. It makes it easier for you. Like, for real. You've been looking at it all wrong. It's easier. I know it's tough. It's because your timing is off. But once you get the timing on this fast pitcher, you'll realize that hitting off of a fast pitcher is what you want, because when you make contact, the ball is going to freaking scream off of your bat. It's going to go harder. It's going to go farther. It's going to be tough to handle for the fielders. You see what I'm saying? You got to be smart with it. You don't swing harder, swing smarter. I'm saving somebody right now. I know I'm saving somebody. I know you girls have probably faced some tough pitching. You know, coming out of quarantine, your timing is probably off right now. You're trying to figure it out, and the velocity is kind of catching up. The rise balls, you're swinging under them. Your timing's off, and it's okay. It's natural for hitters to be behind pitchers coming off of a break. It's natural. But what I need for you to know to help you hit faster pitching is you don't swing harder, you swing smarter. Just because she's throwing harder, you don't have to grip the bat and try to catch up. And I hate when parents scream out, girl, just cheat a little bit, swing a little earlier. Well, let me let you know something. As a coach, if a coach is calling pitches and I see somebody cheating, trying to get the head out, starting their swing earlier, lunging, I'm going to call a changeup. For you to screw yourself into the ground. Okay? Trust yourself. Get your timing, okay? Get your timing. Next thing that I want to talk to you about when it comes to your ability, when it comes to life and death is in the power of the tongue. I want you girls to start speaking life into yourself throughout the entire week. Okay? Speak life into yourself the entire week, not just for softball, not just for the things that happen on the field, but off the field too. It's time to build ourselves up. Write that down. I must build myself up. All throughout the week, you need to be telling yourself positive things that's going to help build yourself up. The more and more you think positive, then you'll react positive, and then positive things will start to attract to you. You cannot sow positive seeds into negative soil, for the ones that understand what I'm talking about. That means you can't just be like, I believe that I can do it, but the negativity you don't really believe. You're just saying it because I'm telling you to say it. You got to believe. You got to believe. A lot of the times your abilities suffer. I don't care how many. I'm speaking to somebody right now because I just know somebody on here needs to hear this. I don't care how many lessons you get. I don't care who your coach is. I don't care how certified they are. I don't care how many lessons, swings, how much practice you take. If you don't have the confidence and the belief in yourself, you are choking your abilities. You are choking your abilities. And I just want you girls to understand that. I want you to have everything that you deserve to have, but it starts with you being your biggest fan. You got to be your biggest fan. You have to be your biggest fan. You don't need nobody else to toot your horn for you. You should be your biggest fan. You need to be a beast on the field. And then in the stands, you there too with your pom-poms. I'm my biggest fan. You need to write that down. I am my biggest fan. Because when you believe, the power of belief is magical. I love coaching girls. I love coaching players. I love coaching, period. A player that truly believes that they belong. Even when they don't look the part, even when their swing is breaking down and they need help, I can see the energy. I can see the look in their eye that says, yes, sir, I want it. Because they believe. You got to believe. Just off of belief alone, you can increase your batting average. People that believe become tougher outs. Because they don't want to go down. They don't care who's on the mound. And let me say this. Stop telling, because a lot of people do this. I don't care what the girl's last name is. I don't care if she represents USA with Team USA. I don't care who she's played with before. I don't care what rankings are out there saying that she's this. I don't care if she's committed. I don't care if she's top in her class. I don't care. And you shouldn't care either. None of that ranking stuff should matter when it comes to your approach. Your approach, being ready. If you're prepared, your confidence says, I don't care who's on the mound. She's got to come to this strike zone. I don't care who's in the box. I got to be able to throw. They got to hit me. I don't care what it is. I'm winning that mental battle. I'm winning that mental battle. I feel like somebody needed to hear that today. So before we go into Q&A, I already started to see questions. If you have questions, we're getting ready to go into Q&A. So if you have a question for me, make sure you type it in. Hit the question mark down there. Type it in and we'll talk about it. But the last thing that I want to say is this right here. As you, and I'm going to lean in closer because I feel like I'm going to get intimate with this. One thing that I want you to take notice. And I want to be straight up honest because, you know, when it comes to my motivation, I keep it real. And I tell you like it is. I'm really proud of the people that come on these lives every week. I'm really proud of the people that are taking these lives serious, applying them, and changing. But the most beautiful thing of this whole entire live system that we've been doing is watching the numbers fluctuate on who's watching and how many people are into this. And let me tell you why. Because on this account is thousands upon thousands of people, right? But the fact that you, yourself, who I'm talking to, that takes the time to be on these lives, to get this stuff, to be in front of this and apply it, that shows that you're a top percenter. Whether softball is going to be your ticket or not, this type of energy that you put into making these lives, to applying it, writing these notes and listening is going to take you so much farther in life. There should be thousands of people on this live right now. And I'm not bitter for it because I started to understand motivation and everybody grinding. Grinding ain't for everybody. Grind is not for everybody. Grinding hurts. Grinding ain't the most pleasing feeling in the world because a lot of failures involved. So people don't want to hear somebody preaching about motivation, grinding, and all that kind of stuff because it doesn't feel good. So I'm saying that I'm proud of you, the people that are on here listening, motivated by these talks, ready to set the world on fire with your last name. Letting the world know who you are, whether you're the best player, whether you're the most improved, or whether you're an up-and-coming prospect. I'm proud of you. Stick it out. Don't pay attention to the numbers. Don't care what people may say. Stay focused. And stay consistent. I'm proud of you. I just wanted to say that before we went to this because I just feel like people get so like, man, if there's nobody on here right now, this might not be for me. I'm going to go do something else. But usually those are the ones that miss their blessings in life. The ones that need permission from other people to be successful. And you're not like that because you're watching me right now when you could be doing so many other things. It drives me nuts to know that people can't take 15 to 20 minutes out of their day to better their lives, to possibly put their family in a better position one day. So I salute you. For the ones that's out there, I salute you. Love you dearly.